Hello dear students, in the previous video we have done the half part of my childhood and now in this video we will do the rest chapter. Let's start. After school, we went home and told our respective parents about the incident. Lakshmana Shastri summoned the teacher and, in our presence, told the teacher that he should not spread the poison of social inequality and communal intolerance in the minds of innocent children. He bluntly asked the teacher to either apologize or quit the school and the island. Not only did the teacher regret his behavior, but the strong sense of conviction Lakshmana Shastri conveyed ultimately reformed this young teacher. Here, summoned means called, and bluntly means straightly, straightforward. Now, APJ is telling that both children went home and told their parents about the incident what was happened in the school. And Ramananda's father, Lakshmana Shastri, called the new teacher and scolded him. He told him not to kill the children's friendship by putting their ideas of discrimination of caste and religious into their innocent minds. Lakshmana Shastri was very clear in himself. He didn't want that their children become enemies because of their religions. And he told the teacher either he should ask sorry for the wrong that he had done or else he should leave the school and Rameshwaram town also. The teacher asked sorry for the mistake and he had done. And due to the Lakshmana Shastri's determination, his thoughts were changed about the religion and the caste system. Let's start the next passage. On the whole, the small society of Rameshwaram was very rigid in terms of segregation of different social groups. Here, rigid means strict and segregation means here separation. However, my science teacher Shiv Subramanya Iyer, though an orthodox Brahmin with a very conservative wife, was something of a rebel. He did his best to break social barriers so that people from varying backgrounds could mingle easily. He used to spend hours with me and would say, Kalam, I want you to develop so that you are on par with the highly educated people of the big cities. Here, APJ is telling that the division of society into four groups Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras was strictly followed in that time in Rameshwaram. Abdul Kalam's science teacher, the name of that teacher was Shiv Subramanyam Iyer, was a religious person and he was an orthodox Brahmin. But he was a rebellious type of person. Here, rebellious means he was not in the favor of caste discrimination. He did not believe in distinction on the basis of the caste system. He worked very hard to break these kind of social barriers. He wanted that people of different castes should interact with each other, they live with each other with love and peace. He encouraged APJ to work hard so that he could be at the same level as the highly educated people who are living in the big cities. He wanted to see APJ at the same level of the people who were highly educated and who were living in the big cities on that time. Next passage. One day he invited me to his home for a meal. His wife was horrified at the idea of a Muslim boy being invited to dine in her ritually pure kitchen. She refused to serve me in her kitchen. Shiv Subramanya Iyer was not perturbed, nor did he get angry with his wife. Here, meaning of perturbed is upset, but instead served me with his own hands and sat down beside me to eat his meal. His wife watched us from behind the kitchen door. I wondered whether she had observed my difference in the way I ate rice, drank water, or cleaned the floor after the meal. Here, ritually pure means kept protected all things, all outside influences for the religion, or not allowed others to enter in the kitchen of any other religion, or who are not following the instruction to enter in the kitchen. Here, Shiv Subramaniam Iyer's wife belonged to a traditional or orthodox Brahmin family. She followed the religion very strictly and to keep the kitchen pure, as no one was allowed to enter in her kitchen from an inferior religion or allowed to enter the kitchen without her permission. When Shiv Subramaniam Iyer called APJ Abdul Kalam for dinner at his home, his wife feared that a boy from a Muslim family would make her kitchen impure. So she refused to serve him food in her kitchen. As he was invited by Shiv Subramaniam Iyer, so Shiv Subramaniam Iyer was neither upset or nor angry. He himself served food to APJ and sat down beside him to eat the food. His wife stood beside the kitchen door and looked at both of them and at APJ while he was having food. APJ says that he doesn't think that she felt any other difference or any other change in the way as he was having food, on the way of drinking, or in the way as he cleaned the floor after getting the meal. He wants to highlight the religion doesn't matter as it doesn't have any other way or different way in which a person eats food. Let's start the next passage. When I was leaving his house, Shiv Subramaniam Iyer invited me to join him for dinner again the next weekend. Observing my hesitation, he told me not to get upset, saying, once you decide to change the system, such problems have to be confronted. Here, confronted means tackled or faced. When APJ was going to leave Shiv Subramaniam Iyer's house, he invited him for the dinner once again. Shiv Subramaniam Iyer again invited APJ for dinner. And Shiv Subramaniam Iyer saw that APJ Abdul Kalam was getting upset and he asked him not to be upset. And he asked him that if he had decided to change the system to go against the rules of the society, and he had to be strong and brave, and he had to change the situation and tackle the situation in proper manner. When I visited his house the next week, Shiv Subramanya Iyer's wife took me inside her kitchen and served me food with her own hands. In this passage, APJ is telling about the incident when he again visited Shiv Subramaniam Iyer's house for dinner. He is telling when he visited again Shiv Subramaniam Iyer's house for dinner the next week, his wife made him sit in the kitchen and served him food with her own hands. This is the change that happened this time. Then the Second World War was over and India's freedom was imminent. Here, imminent means close or about to happen. Indians will build their own India, declared Gandhiji. The whole country was filled with an unprecedented optimism. When the Second World War got over in India in 1945, India was about to getting freedom, which happened in the year 1947. Mahatma Gandhi was known as the father of the nation and he was the main part of India's freedom and struggle. He said that Indians would build their own India and the entire country was filled with a great hope and happiness. Everyone was feeling and hoping that now they would get their freedom and now they will get their own India, which they will make by themselves, by their own ideas and by their own hopes. Let's start the next passage. I asked my father for permission to leave Rameshwaram and study at the district headquarters in Ramananthapuram. He told me as if thinking aloud, Abul, I know you have to go away to grow. Does the seagull not fly across the sun alone and without a nest? Now he is saying that he asked his father to allow him to go to the Ramananthapuram, which was the district headquarters for higher studies. And he told about the seagull. Here, seagull means a bird or dove. In reply, his father told him that he knew that APJ needed to go away so that he could move ahead in life. He gave the example of a seagull which flies away in the sky all alone and does not have a nest. It means it does not have a home of its own as it keeps on flying from one place to another. Let's start the last passage. He quoted Khalil Gibran to my hesitant mother. Your children are not your children, they are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. Now, he is telling about the condition of his mother. He said that when his mother came to know that he was about to leave home and wanted to go Ramananthapuram for higher studies, she get upset. APJ's father was tried to calm her and by telling the poem titled Your Children written by Khalil Gibran. He said that your children are not your children, they are the children of life. Don't think that you can rule your children or you can give your ideas to your children. They are a result of life's desire for itself. They have their own ideas and thoughts. He asked her to give them freedom to fulfill their thoughts and achieve their goals.